jump out on top, drawing first blood. Clement gets it back to the point. Young with time, lets it fly. That hit a body in front. Rosendale scores! Nice pass from Jay McClement. Scott Rosendale makes it 5-0.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Brampton Center for Sports and Entertainment and OHL Primetime. I'm your host, Mike Hancock, and tonight's game features the Toronto St.Mikes Majors and the hometown Brampton Battalion here live tonight from the Brampton Center for Sports and Entertainment. Now, these two teams have met twice already this season, with each team taking the other's home ice meeting so far this season. So this does mark the third time these two teams have got together, the second time here at the Brampton Center. Now on Sunday, the Brampton Battalion came away with a huge 8-0 pounding over the Mississauga Ice Dogs, and in that game, the Battalion went 4 for 5 on the power play. Their power play domination increased their power play ranking on home ice to first overall in the Ontario Hockey League.
So we get set for the opening face-off here in the Brampton Center, and the Toronto St.Mikes Majors will start in nets. The guy that's been starting the bulk of the action for them, Andy Kyoto, and boy, he's been outstanding. Brad Topping in the net for the Brampton Battalion.
First look at Kyoto, 43 saves in the last meeting between these two clubs back on October 24th at St. Mike's. Meanwhile, Brad Topping picked up the win back on October 4th when Brampton won it 5-4 over the St. Mikes Majors, so the teams have split 2 in the early going.
How important for Andy Kyoto when he came over to St. Mikes Majors to be under the tutelage of a veteran goaltender like Peter Budaj. He really did get to fill in when he needed to and has really grown in to the starting role.
Well, you can say the same thing about Brad Topping. He came in behind David Chant and then eventually behind Brian Finley. So both goalies have had the tutelage of good, solid veterans who are now prospering in careers outside of the OHL.
St. Mikes Majors will start with Tim Brent at center. On the left side is Matt Bacon, and on the right side is Frankie Lukash. For the Battalion, they've got Chris Clayton on the right side, Olahen's at center, and Adam Henrik on the right side. A 3-0 win for St. Mike's at home, and Matt Bacon had all 3 goals. Tim Brent out in front. Lukash stopping, topping down, but hangs on.
Well, that was a great play by Matt Bacon. He freed the puck in front of 3 Battalion defenders. That allowed Brent to emerge from the pack with a 2-on-1. He got cross ice to Lukash, who had Topping down, but by the time Lukash was able to get the puck under control, he was definitely on a bad angle and was unable to get it up over Topping. But you see Brent, great slide across the ice to Lukash, and he skates behind the red line. Now he has no angle and simply flips it into the pads of Topping for the stoppage of play.
Led by Brent Burns. Burns feeding a Harrison. Harrison stops at the circle, feeds it to the middle. Fraser's got the shot. Kyoto with the save. Burns on the rebound. Fraser, turn around. There's an opportunity in front for Tyler Harrison. McClement takes it away, gets the shot. Kyoto, rebound. Hit the side of the net was Rosendale. Battalion pressuring the Majors inside their own zone. They score! Scott Rosendale with the deflection in front of Andy Kyoto, and the Battalion lead 1-0.
Well, Simmons took the puck back at the far point and just thought he'd throw it at the net. Didn't really have a whole lot of traffic in front of him, but you know who was creating traffic in front of Kyoto? Who else but Scott Rosendale? And he's rewarded with the goal for the Battalion, and we talked a lot about him in the last game. He's really responded from a third period benching in Friday night 6-2 loss to Mississauga. Bounced back with a couple of points on Sunday, and here getting on the board early for the Brampton Battalion, picking up the goal and giving Brampton a 1-0 lead.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug. I'm here with Teresa and family here of Brampton, and Teresa said she's a huge Battalion fan, never misses a game. What keeps you coming back?
The excitement. It's a good family atmosphere. The kids love it.
Alrighty, and what do you think of these 2002-2003 Brampton Battalion?
Well, they're showing some good support this year. You know, Brad's playing a good game this year. The trade with Kevin seems to be fantastic with his hat trick last week for us.
Okay, Teresa, thanks a lot, and enjoy the rest of today's game.
Thank you.
And for being the fan in the stand, Teresa will pick up a Rogers prize pack, and the prize this time will go to the St. Michael's Majors' Tim Brent, who ties the game at 1.
Well, Brent picks up his 7th goal. You see a mistake here by the defense as Brent just picks it up, wrap around, it goes 5-hole on Topping. He hasn't been tested, just one shot up until 11 minutes in this game, just the 2nd shot on goal, and it results in a goal for Tim Brent, his 7th of the season, to tie this hockey game at 1.
And they got the best of both worlds and end up getting a stoppage, but only after getting a chance.
Clayton on an opportunity in the top of the slot. Little give and go with Camille Krebs. Comes back to Krebs. Good job by Volsky. Rosendale in front, rather, creating some traffic, and Clayton stuffs it home to make it a 2-1 hockey game. And that means the battalion will remain on the power play.
And that's just a huge goal because, Dougie, a lot of times when teams get the 2-man advantage, what they do is work the puck around and try and get too cute, looking for the best possible play. The objective is to score early so that you allow yourself to have another power play opportunity. That's exactly what happened there. Clayton getting the goal, he shoots it once, and then he goes to the net. Kyoto can't get a handle on it, it comes free. And Clayton is Johnny on the spot to bang it home. A huge goal to give the battalion a 2-1 lead.
Ryan Bonus can't control it. Drew Fata comes over to knock it down. Tim Brent has it back to Fata at the point. There's the shot. Topping gives up the big rebound but makes the save. Tim Brent jumps on that rebound and gets it back for Roski. Fires it in the net. Steven Roski with the howitzer from the blue line ties the game at 2 apiece as Eric Schwantz makes his way out of the box.
10:18, the time of the goal. Roski getting it done on a point shot, a one-timer, his 4th goal of the season. Tim Brent setting it up from the far boards. And again, the shot on the power play coming from towards the center of the ice. You see Roski step in there, taking a little bit of traffic created in front of Topping, and not so sure if maybe that didn't get redirected in front of the net, looking at the reaction of Topping. Nonetheless, it's a goal, it counts, and this is a 2-2 hockey game.
Leave it behind the net. Here come the battalion. Tyler Harrison looking for Brent Burns, gets him at the blue line. Nice passes. Burns crashes the net. What an opportunity for Burns as he takes a hit then from Andy Kyoto in front of the net, but nothing further should come of that. Just trying to finish off the play. 9:13 left here in the second. Save. Henrik muscles the puck away. Back for Luby on the point. Fakes the shot over for Young. Cross-ice pass. Henrik with time. In front. Hit the post. Ryan Bonus with a great opportunity. Back for Henrik. Around Robernik. Henrik trying to go coast to coast. Couldn't split the D, and Kyoto comes way out of his net, gloving the puck. Loose puck, and Olahan almost stuck it home. Kyoto twisting and turning the wrong way. Lost his stick, lost his blocker. For Harrison. Cross-ice pass, hit Burns on the skate, and it goes down in the corner. Burns and Roski come together. Bumping in the corner. Roski taking his man against the boards. Harrison in to help out. Tyler Harrison, a big forward for the battalion. Uses his body in front. They score! Jamie Fraser! What an effort from Tyler Harrison, setting up the goal.
Well, Dougie, that was a fantastic goal, and it was all created by the hard work of Burns. He went right at Roski on the forecheck, finally freeing the puck, and you see Fraser had a man all over him in front of the net. Look at Burns working hard down low. The puck is finally freed. While going to the ice, Fraser whips it into the net, beating Kyoto. That's the 3-2 goal. And the way this line of Harrison, Burns, and Fraser has played throughout the first 2 periods, they definitely deserve more minutes in the 3rd period. The hard work finally resulting in the goal, and it really has paid off there. Great work by Harrison, freeing it, and scored.
Interesting to see Matt Seymour out there with Frankie Lukash. And Tim Brent up front on the power play. Seymour shot. They score!
Well, you called it, Dougie, and it happened. Seymour with the goal, and it's a power play marker for the Toronto St. Michael's Majors. Just like that, it's a 3-3 hockey game, so the trend continuing here in the 3rd period. In the first, Brampton opened the scoring, St. Mike's tied it up. In the second, Brampton opened the scoring, Toronto tied it up. And here in the 3rd, after Fraser's 2nd of the season, Seymour comes back and beats Brad Topping to tie this game at 3.
Not that Matt Seymour can't put the puck in the net. On the contrary, but we're just so used to seeing Matt Bacon patrolling the wing for Frankie Lukash. Got a piece of that to steer it wide. McClement now at center ice. He's got Volsky, hits him with a pass. Volsky steps to the outside, muscles his way around the defender, goes to the backhand. Kyoto stones him.
Look at the strength of Volsky as he gets in there with one hand and gets the shot on Kyoto. We're seeing Rosendale now. He's about had enough of Boyce. So he elected to drop the helmet, the gloves, threw a shot. Boyce elected not to let go of any of his equipment. We'll see how the referee Koharski sorts things out here. But this line, I think, has been a little frustrated, Dougie. They've seen a lot of ice time here tonight, unable to really get things going in the manner that they were so successful in doing against Mississauga in the 8-0 win. And you see Volsky, he goes around Klein, then with one hand on the stick, brings it back to go to the backhand. But Kyoto was calm and cool back there between the pipes and ended up making it safe.
Boards, McClement plays it around to the far side. Henrik avoids the check. Can't get it out, squirts through the legs of Topping. Loose puck in the slot. Lukash with a couple of cracks, and Topping's gonna fall on it with 25 seconds left in the third period of play.
Oh man, the defense has eluded the Brampton battalion here in this final minute of play. And
tie. Final 10 seconds winding down, so we're gonna see overtime here in the Brampton Center as the Majors and the battalion finish regulation in a 3-3 draw. Kevin Klein stick handles behind the net, finishing off the game clock. Frankie Lukash feeds it through the middle. Brent's on a break. He's got a man with him. Wrist shot right on. Topping got a piece of it, and it's cleared wide by Stuart Simmons. Here, the better you play, the more ice time you'll see. Lukash across a blue line, lets it go, he scores! Frank Lukash from the top of the circle lets one fly and beat Brad Topping over the shoulder. The St. Michael's Majors will go home with a 4-3 victory in the Brampton Center.
It's a shocking one. It's the first lead that Toronto has had all evening long, and it turns out to be the game winner, a disheartened Brampton battalion squad leaving the ice after dropping this 4-3 decision. And what a cannon. Watch Lukash come in over the line. He winds up and fires a cannon to the top shelf, beating Topping on the blocker side. And oh man, what a disappointment for Brampton. Another look at it as he goes around Schwantz, giving him time to wind it up, and indeed he did. What a cannon to the top corner.
Eric Schwantz, little stumble as he had the crossover to catch up to Lukash. And you can't give Frankie an opportunity like that. He very rarely misses. We talked about it off the top. He was a player to watch, and he blew one past Brad Topping. 4-3 the final score here from the Brampton Center. We're going to come back with our post-game analysis. Stay with us here on Rogers Sports.
Welcome back here to OHL Primetime here from the Brampton Center for Sports and Entertainment, where the St. Michael's Majors have just knocked off the Brampton Battalion in overtime. Here we'll take a look at the 3 stars. The 3rd star tonight, St. Michael's goaltender Andy Kyoto. The 2nd star, St. Mike's captain Tim Brent. And the 1st star of tonight's game from Brampton, Scott Rosendale. And I'm currently joined by tonight's 2nd star, St. Michael's captain Tim Brent. And Tim, must be a great feeling to pick up that win in overtime.
I think really jump-starts our weekend, and came in tonight knowing that it's going to be a battle every time we play Brampton, and we were definitely committed to play the 65 minutes because we figured, anything can happen. We could go into overtime, so I think it was a real big win for us.
And obviously with the realignment of the divisions and a little bit more local rivalry, I guess, in this battle, you guys seeing each other a lot more times this year. I mean, how big are these divisional games?
They're huge. I mean, our division is so tight that, one bad weekend you could be at the bottom, one good weekend you can be at the top. So these games are really key for us.
All right, Tim, thanks a lot. Great effort this evening, and best of luck the rest of the way to you and your St. Michael's Majors.
Thank you.
All right, Tim Brent, our 2nd star of tonight's game. And all righty, well, thanks a lot, gentlemen. Great effort again tonight in the booth, and a great effort by both teams tonight out there on the ice. Some exciting 4-on-4 overtime to wrap things up. But before we wrap things Tonight, we are going to take a look ahead to our next telecast here on OHL Primetime as the Brampton Battalion and the Guelph Storm will hook up on Thursday, November the 24th at 7 o'clock. Sorry, that's November the 14th, 7 o'clock live here from the Brampton Center. As we move on from there, some more exciting OHL Primetime action to come your way across the province here on Sunday night, 6:30, the Owen Sound Attack and Peterborough Petes. And also the St. Michael's Majors in action. They will take on the London Knights, and that's next Friday, 1 week from tonight, 7:30, live here on Rogers Television. That will about wrap things up for tonight's edition of OHL Prime. For Doug Anderson, Sam Cosentino, and the entire crew here from the Brampton Center, I'm Mike Hancock saying good night, and we'll see you next time on OHL Primetime.